is Testimony Ground. Welcome to church. So the topic of our discussion today is wait on the Lord. He can never be late. Did you hear that? Wait on the Lord. He can never be late. Yes. And it's like, take it easy so that you will reach on time. When somebody is telling you, go slowly or go gently so that you will reach where you're going on time or quicker, then it's kind of an oxymoron something. You know, kind of something of the opposite. How can I be walking slowly in order to get to where I'm going quicker when I am supposed to be running, when I'm supposed to be fast in order to cover all the miles to reach where I am going quicker? So you see, it's something that we really need to look into today. Yeah? So God can never be late. Take it easy. So the Bible verse for today is in Exodus chapter 32 verse 1 to 4. So I will read and then we look into the word of God and see what he has for us today. Exodus 32 1 to 4. Let's go there. Now when the people saw that Moses delayed coming down from the mountain, the people gathered together to Aaron and said to him, "Come, make us gods that shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him." And Aaron said to them, "Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, your sons, your daughters, and bring them to me." So all the people broke off the golden earrings which were in their ears and brought them to Aaron. And he received the gold from their hands, and he fashioned it with an engraving tool and made a molded calf. Then they said, "This is your God, O Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt." Honestly, let me tell you, sometimes when people start arguing Bible write-ups, you will be confused as well. Do you know why? If these people are really humans like us, how can they forget everything that they have experienced? Yes, number one, you guys were slaves in the land of Egypt. And this same Moses went through a lot. Yeah, in order to save you people, that he even ran and went into exile in order for you guys to be okay. Running away for his life, the same God came to him and said, "You have to go back to these people." And he was so scared and was like, "No, I won't go because I nearly got killed. I know Pharaoh, I know everything about him." God said, "You know what? I will be with you. This is the sign." God started to perform unspeakable miracles before him. He was looking at a bush that fire was burning on the bush, but the bush wasn't consumed, as in, you know that when something is burning, that thing will burn off and you will see ashes. But there wasn't nothing like that, but the fire was just burning, but there was no consumption of the bush. And as if that wasn't enough, he told Moses, "What is in your hand?" Moses said, "It's a rod or a staff. Put it on the ground." He cast it on the ground, and the thing turned to snake or serpent. And he said, "Reach out to it." He reached out to it. The thing turned to staff again. Second miracle. The third one, he told Moses, "Put your hand in your bosom, in your heart like this, like under his coat." And he brought it out. It was leprosy, white as snow. And then he said, "Put it back." He put it back. And then it was restored. And Moses was like, "No, if whoever that is talking to me can do all these things," which means he's stronger than Pharaoh. Obviously, Pharaoh cannot do this. Okay, I will go. Although Moses was still doubting because he was so scared of Pharaoh. He said, "I will send you a helper. That helper will meet you on the way." That was when God sent Aaron. And Aaron, being Moses' brother. Do you get me? God did not send Moses any other person but his brother so that he would trust him. Then both of them went. Cut the long story short, they performed all the miracle to Pharaoh, turning water into blood, bringing out flood, locusts all over the place, darkness all over the place, mice all over the place, hailstone all over the place. A lot of things happened. At the end of the day, the removing of the firstborn of Egypt. At a time, the Pharaoh will like, you know what, you guys should just go. Remember, all these people that asked Aaron to make the molding calf, they all witnessed all these things. They all saw the work of God. They all saw all these miracles. But Moses was going for a bigger miracle. Moses was going for a bigger thing. And you know, when something big is coming, it doesn't come easily like that. It takes time. If you want to be great in life, you need patience. You need diligence. You need hard work. You need perseverance. You need thick skin. If you don't have all these things, forget about being great because you're not cut out for it. So these children of Israel, when they waited for Moses, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, or whatever days, they were like, you know what? I think we are tired. He probably have died. Something must have happened to him. This was a man that ran away from Pharaoh, faced all the elements, and went to the land of Medina or whatever land. He didn't die. He came back and faced the ferocious Pharaoh. He didn't die. But he went according to God's dictate to get that commandment. Then you people decided that he has died. And the only thing you people could do was not go and look for him, was not devise a means, what are we going to do? But in order to do what? You have forgotten him. All the works that he has done, you have forgotten. What you needed was not even God. If you read it, they say gods. So they were tired of this God. We are tired of it. We want gods, different ones, so that we will tell that gods what they will do for us. We don't want the God telling us what to do. We want to tell gods what we want. And they now mandated Aaron. But what I don't understand about Aaron is, Aaron was the person that saw the first hand of God's work. According to the Bible, maybe if they go into details, maybe Aaron must have argued with them. But according to what I read, Aaron did not argue with them. It's like he was thinking about it as well. It's like he was tired as well. It's like he concluded that his brother had died. And what did he do? Okay, you guys go and bring it. How did he? At least you guys said it. At least it will not be like I am the one who suggested it. You guys should go and bring all these things. Where am I going to? I am going to us. This is New Year. People have placed prayer requests. People have asked a lot of things from God. People has done a lot of declarations. We are in the second week. Do you know that some people have started being agitated? Do you know that some people have started saying, even that thing hasn't started coming out too? I requested for this, I requested for that and that. And look at, this month is even finishing. I haven't even started receiving it. Do you know that people are already agitated? That's exactly what happened. They did not give God a chance. They did not have patience for him. They wanted to tell him what to do. They wanted to push him around. That's exactly what we do. In most cases, when we request for something from God, God who sees the secrets, God who knows exactly what you need, knows that if he gives you this thing at this moment, you might go and hurt yourself. There might be danger on the way. There might be certain things that will distract you. There might be certain precautions, or there might be, certain repercussions about that thing. Then he, seeing the beginning from the end, will decide, at this moment, let me withhold it. I'm going to give it to you in the next 3 months. I will give it to you in the next 7 months. I will give it to you in the next 3 years. You are not prepared for it right now. And many people are running amok. because of that. So I want us to actually reason or imagine how God reasons. God is our parent. God is our parent. When a child is crying of hunger, and then you put something on fire, let me use yam as an example, because it's a staple food for many African people. Yam, you put it on fire, and your child is crying that he wants to eat that yam, and you know that the yam, you just put it on fire, the yam is not done yet. Are you going to give that child that yam? Of course you know that the yam is not going to do any good to the child. It's either it's going to hurt the child or harm the child or even eliminate the child. So what do? You might get other biscuits or get other, sweets and so on. You give the child to sustain the child until the yam is ready. That's exactly what God is doing with our prayer points. That's exactly what he is doing with our requests. What is he telling us? He is asking us to be patient. He's asking us to calm down. He's asking us to calm down. That he knows that we have asked of it. And he has heard us. And he will do it. But because he sees the underneath, he sees what we don't see. If we don't receive it then, it is because there is something that we are not seeing. We just need to be patient with God. Another thing I want you to always consider is this. There are a lot of situations, there are a lot of predicaments that you thought you will not come out of this. In short, this is the end of it. If I come out of this, I will know that there is God. For this, nobody will get me out of this. I'm sure that majority of you have gone through certain situations like this. And at the end of the day, you will come out of it. The same God that helped you to come out of it is still the same God. He hasn't changed. So in this present time, whatever you're asking of him, he will still give it to you. He will still make you to feel good. He will still answer that your prayer. The only thing you need to do is to be patient. Do not be like those that say, make us gods, that will go after us, that will go before us. No, don't do that. These gods can be anything. It doesn't really mean that you must go to a native doctor or when I talk about native doctor, I talk about different, because there are native doctors that are healers, that do a lot of good things. I mean, going to do negative things. Yeah. It just doesn't mean. But you sitting down there murmuring and then kind of being bitter. When you are being bitter like that, you are delaying. You are delaying your progress. You are delaying whatever God is going to give to you. Do you know why? Because you need to emit positive energy. That's why we sing in the church. That's why we dance. That's why we make merry. In order to attract positive angels. In order to attract positive energies. So when you are sad and you're sitting down there, depressed and so on, you are going down. You are attracting negative energies. So what you need to do when something like that is happening to you, when you are confused, when you really don't know when your prayer request is going to come and you start feeling low, put a song and start dancing. Do something that is going to make you happy. Get yourself out of that depression. Get yourself out of that mood. Get yourself, because the mood will be delaying whatever God has for you. You need to be joyous. You need to be happy. You need to be elevated in order to connect to God, in order to connect to the elements that God has sent to help you. So in conclusion, let us not be like these guys who forgot all the miracles that God did for them, and they decided that, look, we need other gods that will go before us. As a result of that, they molded a calf and start calling calf their god. And you know the repercussion. It was there. We must not do that. We must always remember the past, the struggles. all the predicaments that we went through, that God set us free from. If you remember that, you will know that whatever situation you are facing right now is nothing to compare to what you have gone through before. And the same God who helped you and brought you out of that one is the same God that is going to do that for you this time around. Only be strong. Only be strong and trust in him, because he will surely do that. There is no doubt about that. No doubt about it. He will surely do it. God bless you.